Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of One Take. So, one of the best things I've heard this year was at a conference back in January, and it's from a top performing loan officer. And he said his number one job, and frankly, number one job of good originators, is to create certainty in the minds of their borrowers. So, their borrowers are certain that they know what's going on. They're certain as to the next step. They're certain of everything because that's what creates trust. And he was 100% right. And the reality is that if that certainty, if that trust is ever questioned, they'll immediately look. I live it all the time when my significant other and I are having a conversation about something, and I'll just mention something or a stat, or we'll try to figure it out. And it's no big deal to me, but she'll pull it up and she'll double check. And I've called her out on it and said, are you Googling right now what we said? She's like, yeah, why wouldn't I? It's right there. It takes 2 seconds to get the right idea, to understand. And that's someone that likes me a lot. I'm not trying to sell her anything. Well, not anymore, but we're already well established in a relationship. But the truth is that that's exactly what it is. It's that trust. But in today's modern world, people will verify that on you really quickly. And it should go beyond just originators or lenders to borrowers, because that's where your referrals come from, that's your reputational risk, it's all that stuff. But in reality, as businesses, we need to look at that the exact same way. As someone who sells business to business to other companies, sells technology, wonderful technology at Mortgage 365, by the way, it is my job to create certainty in their mind. I have to create that trust because that trust is what matters. It matters in the things I say, it matters in the situations I quote, the stats, the data, the turn times, the implementation times, anything. You mention it, they have to be willing to trust that because, for starters, they're going to research, they're going to ask around to people out in the market, they're going to look for that data to verify that. And the reality is too is that if you lie or you don't create that certainty, even by not lying, by just taking it for granted, they're going to go elsewhere because that's trust. And once trust is lost, as we're all aware, it's virtually impossible to win back, and certainly isn't going to get you any referrals, and certainly isn't going to get you that contract renewal. So think about that next time you're doing anything, whether it's personal or business wise. Are you creating that certainty in that company or that person's mind that you're working or that you're interacting with? Because that's where the trust lies. That's where the believability, that's where the faith in what you're doing lies. And that's what people need. And that's what companies need. And it's something I try to do every day. It's a conscious choice, though. Make sure it's yours. And that's One Take. Make it a great day.